Hey, and welcome to video number 9. We're going to be talking about follow-up messages in relation to using them for promoting your product and as a means and a part of your marketing. Now, if you're not familiar with follow-up messages, they are email messages that are sent to your prospectives who you're trying to gain their trust and you're trying to convert them into actual customers. And imagine you have we'll use cat training as an example. I have a squeeze page on a cat training product and they sign up, they get 12 tips or 7 to 12 tips each and every day or every other day, whatever I choose. And they learn a lot up to the point that they're really interested in buying my product. So some of you will have follow-up messages that are attached to your private label rights product, but some of you will not. And if you don't, then I'm going to show you a system that you already know and show you how to create follow-up messages. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm back to the actual product here, and you will notice that there are 12 follow-up messages that are attached to this product. Now, what I want to do is just show it to you, and if you don't have it, the next step, I'm going to show you how you can create your own follow-up messages. The point of a follow-up message, if I double-click this and show it to you, is if you scroll down, and some sites will give you, follow-up messages, and they'll attach instructions and so forth. And this is why I like this particular site. But anyways, the first message is normally a confirmation message. Let's say, for example, that you're using Aweber or GetResponse, and many of these systems require you to actually have people double opt-in, which means they have to confirm. So the first email that they're going to probably get if you have a double opt-in system is they're going to sign up for your free gift or your newsletter or anything like that. And then the first message they're going to get is say, hey, are you interested in receiving these emails? Make sure you are. Click this link. Once their link is clicked, then you can start the array of follow-up messages. So as you can see here, message number 1, it says, you're first caring for your feline friend issue. And it says, hello, so-and-so. And so you're kind of introducing your other stuff, but you also want to include a tip. So your whole point of the first follow-up message is to make an impression on the person that you really care about them, and by doing so, you provide them with tips that they are most likely going to pay for, but you provide them for free so that you can gain their trust. So that goes into there, the first follow-up message. It really depends on, you can test this out. You could either send them a message every day for 12 days or every other day. And a lot of times in terms of marketing, people have to see a product 7 to 12 times until they actually are interested in buying. Obviously, most of the time, by the 12th time, they are really, really going to want your product. So this is message number 2. It says, caring for your feline friend. In the last issue, we talked about this. And in this issue, we're going to talk about this. So what I'm trying to do is just give you some ideas. Now, if you don't have follow-up messages, what I want to do is show you how to create them. What I recommend you to do is just find some follow-up messages, but using David Frey's 12-step foolproof sales letter system, when I create follow-up messages, I actually use this system. So what I do is this here. Get attention, number 1. Identify the problem. Provide a solution. But as you're doing this, you don't want to sell too much. For example, make your offer. In every one of these follow-up messages, you want to make your offer, but you don't want to do it too upfront. You want to do it indirectly. And because you don't want to look like you're just trying to get the sale. You want to get the attention, you want to identify the problem, provide a solution that identifies the problem, present your credentials, why they should listen to you, and then provide, a tip. So while you're doing all these 12 steps, you're bringing people closer and closer to the end of a sale by doing this. But by doing this, you have to do it carefully, like I said. You have to make sure that you give as much of a tip as possible. And you don't have to give one or two or three or four. You just need to give one really good tip, and then say, if you would like more of these tips, see the report, kind of thing. So let me give you an example. Message 1 could be something like, you're getting attention, secrets of cat training revealed. What I want to do is talk about in this, what I'm doing is just speaking out loud here and saying, warning, don't even think about training your cat until blah. For example, let me give you a tip about cat training. You might want to do this, but in reality, you should do this, and this is why, blah, 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 blah. And then identify the problem, agitate the problem. So as you bring them closer to the end of the 10, 11, 12 of this step-by-step foolproof sales letter template, you implement this into your follow-up messages, and you will be able to increase your conversions greatly. So go Google this 12-step foolproof sales letter template and just follow along. Okay, message 1, message 2, message 3, message 4, and then make sure that you inject really good content along with it. And once you're done with your 7 to 12 follow-up messages, then you will want to add these to your follow-up system in your autoresponder. Now, I realize many of you use Aweber, some of you use GetResponse, some of you use MailChimp. So whatever system that you choose to use these follow-up messages in your follow-up system. And of course, there are two different systems. There's a follow-up system and a broadcasting system. So because there are so many different systems out there, I'm going to just, say, look that up at your site with a GetResponse and look in the instructions, and then just include these follow-up messages in your system, and then set it up so that everybody gets a new email message every single day. And this way you condition your viewers to receive things from you each and every day. And that's how to create follow-up messages. It's really not that hard. Don't think too much about it. It's really not going to take you more than 15 minutes per message. And you can find messages already out there, but this is definitely a great way to get things rolling.